Now they'll touch the pad. Everybody in the world fused. Yeah. Alright. Last video, Lily. We've done about, I don't know, 8 or 9 videos today. We've done really, really well. Some of them have been quite short for Christmas.
What time did we start filming? Like 12? Or
yeah,
later?
we wouldn't be far off 12 o'clock. Maybe just after, actually.
Maybe just after.
Yeah, we've really been busy today.
Change the...
Just fitted a vise, actually. New Teng Tools vise. Very nice. Have a little look. It's down here somewhere.
Looks so good.
Look at that. Very cool.
So
actually, the vise is pretty nice too. Right then. Oh man, I can never help myself. I'm terrible, aren't I, really? Don't tell me.
And then the cheeky grin after, like, haha.
Luckily, I haven't shaved, so you can't see the full grin. It'd be a bit overpowering if you could. Now, this video is all about using partly about using a load tester. Now, a load tester is what we use on batteries to check basically their ability to deliver current. You know, on batteries you have what's called a cold cranking amps rating, CCA, and you know the ability of the battery to provide enough current to start essentially a cold engine, which all the oil's quite gloopy and there's a lot of resistance in getting things initially moving. And cold mornings as well, you know, the battery's really cold, its chemical reaction's down, it can't put the output out. So garages often, you know, workshops often have to test batteries because, you know, if the car doesn't start or it's got a really slow crank problem, often the battery is wrongly identified as being the fault. You know, you hear the customers, oh, my car won't start, needs a new battery. And it might not be the battery, it might be the charging system, it could be the wiring, could be corroded, or it could be, for example, the starter motor's worn out, the brushes have worn out, or there's some windings burnt out, or the field windings have gone, or the solenoid's corroded. There's all sorts of problems, but batteries usually get condemned first. And from my experience, a lot of customers, the car won't start, it's maybe a bit slow at cranking, so the first thing they do is they just go down to the local store, buy a new battery, put it on the car, and maybe the car will start. But it might not have been the original fault being the battery. There might be an underlying issue. So, without rambling on too much, we have to test the battery. Now, the only way to test a battery is to have it fully charged first of all. So you take it off the car, put it on your charger, fully charge it, and then you'd use a load tester. Now, I've got this one. Brandon from Teng Tools gave me this because they import these. It's not a Teng Tools battery tester. It's made by, I don't know, who's it made by? It's a carbon pile load tester. That's how it works, and it's made by somebody. I should know. We used to have these at Unitech, exactly the same ones.
No name brand.
Doesn't actually have.
No, the brand name.
Doesn't actually have a brand on it. It's an unbranded thing. Man, wow. I'm very surprised. But anyway, it's one of these, and there's lots of these in workshops. Some workshops now use the electronic battery testers. In my opinion, I don't think they're as good. I think this is the real way to apply a load to a battery and see if it can deliver the current that we need. And on there, we've got 2 dials. One tells us what the battery voltage is when it's under the load that we apply, and the other one is the current that it's delivering, the amps, so to speak. Yeah, DC amps on there. Now, I'm going to read out in fact, Lily can read out the instructions. It tells you on the front of there, Lily, what does it say?
Check battery status of charge. Apply load to battery equal to half CCA rating or 3 times the hour rating. Cool.
That's a really critical part. So batteries usually have a CCA, cold cranking amp rating. So let's say we had a battery of a 500 CCA.
Yeah.
Then on the tester, we're going to apply 250 amps load, half of the CCA.
Yeah, yeah.
And usually, does it give us a, there we go, read the next one,
Hold load for 15 seconds, read voltage, turn off load.
Exactly right. So you apply the load, wait 15 seconds, and if the voltage has dropped below I've always been told 10.5 volts. If it's dropped below 10.5 volts, the battery is substandard. It can't maintain voltage under that load. If it stays above 10.5 for 15 seconds and longer, it's still serviceable. But you have to do this with a fully charged battery. What really annoys the crap out of me is we used to often get customers come in with the battery out of the car and say, "Hey mate, can you test this for me?" And I said, "Well, why do we need to test it?" "Oh, well, it won't start my car." "Okay, is the battery flat?" "Yes." "Well, we can't test it. You'll have to leave it with us. We'll charge it up. It could take a day to charge up properly, you know, and then we'll test it." "Oh, I need to know now. I've got to start the car." "Well, you're going to just need to buy a new battery because we can't test the old one until it's charged up." Pretty obvious, but unfortunately, the normal kind of customer doesn't seem to understand that. So if you're a normal kind of customer watching this video, you can't test batteries that are flat. Simple as that. Okay, so this load tester was given to me by Brandon. It was sent back under warranty, and he's quite happy for me to say that because the guy said it doesn't work. Well, let's find out if it does or doesn't work. Here we go.
Cool.
You ready, Lily?
I'm ready.
You look very cool with that. It's all these dials and gauges and
Got my...
knobs and things on the front. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Okay, we have a battery fully charged out of an ROV. And there's the terminal. So we're going to plumb it all up and see what happens. We're going to follow the instructions to the letter and find out if the battery's charged or if the tester actually works. We don't know yet. Right, Lily?
Yes.
First of all, very important, we get the polarity correct. So we've got positive and negative. So the red one on the positive, black one on the negative. Doesn't matter which way around you do it for this test. So I've cracked those on there. We'll just try and keep the cables as low as we can for locking the gauge. Oh my word, what did you do? Holy shit.
What's going on?
It's making a beep, so we'll just back that off. Obviously somebody left that fully in. Okay, well, it's beeping for a reason, so if we just... It's alright, you can keep it on. It's alright. So, can the viewers see the gauge? They can see the gauge. Okay, so let's read it out for them. So we've got 0 amps on there, and we're showing just under 12 volts. No, just over, sorry, wrong. It's about 12 point, I think it's a fully charged battery, what's going on? It's about 12.4 volts, which is pretty good. Now, to apply the load, we turn this knob this way, and we watch the amps go up. Now, the CCA on this battery is... Has it got it on? Let's have a little look. You know what? It hasn't even got it on. Hasn't got any ratings on there at all, has it? What the hell? Wow. Okay, well, let's go for... It's not that big, so I would say it's probably about 300. So we'll do a 150 CCA. So if you wind this in until that needle gets up to 150. It's not moving at all, is it?
No, why is it?
Holy crap.
Why no movement?
Okay, well, remember the guy did say it didn't work.
Yeah, right.
Right, well, we need to have a look at fixing it. So let's unplug the battery again.
Awesome.
Get rid of that for now. And we get to take a tester apart and have a look inside.
Cool.
Excellent stuff. Right, we need some a star screwdriver. You got them?
Yep.
Fantastic. Smile for the viewers, Lily. That's nice. Good job. Oh, you've already started? Oh, God's sake! Jeez, I'm trying to film here. Okay, so to get inside, by the looks of it, you're right. You're on it. You're on the money there. So there's one there, one there, one there, one hiding behind there. Can you whiz those out for us?
Yep.
And then we'll pull the cover off and see if we can see anything that looks a bit weird inside. You know. While you're doing that, I'm going to back this off.
Yeah.
Because you should always have these in the fully anti-clockwise position when you're not using them.
Right. Is that till it stops?
That's right, yeah.
Right.
It's a weird feeling. It doesn't have a definitive stop. You can actually damage them if you overwind them, but as soon as you feel any kind of resistance, you know you're at the end. Yeah.
Right.
Poor old students were there, and they're like, and they break them inside. It's like, oh God, another one's died. No, why do you? Didn't feel like it hit the stop, sir. Hasn't got a stop.
Didn't feel like it hit the
They all caught me, sir. It was great. I felt so powerful being a lecturer. I feel
important.
very unimportant these days.
You showed it this morning. I'll have your license, please, for the guy who...
Yes. Yes. If I was in a car accident today. Bastards. It's alright. No damage to the truck.
Yeah, lucky. The tow bar.
Yeah, good.
Goes for his
Every
bumper.
vehicle. Yeah, it did. He went straight through his bumper, yeah. Right, okay, so we're going to take a little look inside. We've got a problem, obviously these cables are still attached, but we'll have a little look inside. See what's going on.
Oh, yes, we have a...
Right, so we get rid of the back. Oh!
Oh!
What can you spot, Lily?
Oh.
So that should really... Oh, I wonder if we're on camera.
Oh,
Put it over here, look. That's completely gone, hasn't it? It should
Look
be,
at
it should be connected to that.
Yeah.
And it's got a little cable down
Did
here.
it burn out? What's this?
I don't know whether it's burnt out or corroded.
What's this black burn?
It's got hot, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So as the section's been
slowly.
getting less, remember
Yes.
it tests a lot of current.
Yes.
That's why we use big cables. So maybe it's broken off or it's corroded, whatever reason. As the section of that wire, the connection's got less and less, more and more heat's being created.
Right.
I mean, the guy would have smelt burning, for God's sake. You know, you think you'd stop. And this connection here has been glowing red hot. See how the difference in colour?
Yeah.
That one's
Oh,
shiny silver,
shit.
and that one's like all tan colour, isn't it?
Yes, yep.
All right, so what we need to do is attach a new lug onto the end of that cable.
Right.
All right, so we need to really remove the cable, cut it back to where it's nice and clean copper again, and then reconnect it, and then hopefully it's going to
It'll be
work.
working.
Yeah, fingers
Cool.
crossed.
Awesome.
Let's give it a go. Right, Lily, we're going to have to disconnect this wire here. So if you want to snip off those,
Oh, yes.
very close to the camera. That's very good close-up going on there. So if you snip those two zip ties out of the way, we'll get rid of that heat shroud. Just mutilate them. It's all right. Yeah. Wait, look at that. I need a drink.
That one too. Oh, there we go. Take that off.
Yeah, it should just pull off, I would say. It's just like a
I think
cover.
it's been melted a little bit over that.
Oh, okay, I want to try and save it best I can to put back on later on.
Can I slide something?
Oh,
You can see it around there. It's become a bit...
maybe I can just give it a
Oh, yeah. Twist it
try
off.
and work it off, because like you say, it has... Oh,
You
yeah,
can see
it
it's
has
like
melted, hasn't it?
melted
It's got
onto
so
it.
friggin' hot. Okay, hang on, mind your
Can we
fingers.
slide something through?
I'm going in.
All right.
You want to hold that for us, because I'm only going to cut myself. Let's try and do it on camera. At least then I can get more views because of the blood. It's hilarious, isn't it?
It did melt onto it.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's glued, that's why. It's got like a glue.
Oh, right.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Oh. You can do it.
I think it's
Yeah, it's stuck
over
on there,
that
isn't it?
little bit.
So that's like a piggyback wire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just cut it all the way down. How's it? Oh, nice sharp knife. It's good. Okay, so what we've got here, that's been stuck on there. It's got bloody hot. You can see all the fabric pattern has got
Patterning.
stuck in the plastic now. So
Yeah.
this has been red hot down here. So we need to cut this back. Now, these little clamps here, we should be able to slacken that off and pull some more cable through. Because obviously it's going to be too
Right.
short, isn't it? So we need to do
Yes,
that next. See how the hell that works. We're still on camera. Almost on camera. I think we need a flat screwdriver. They're always a useful thing.
Interesting.
If in doubt, use a flat screwdriver. It makes you look professional at least, so we'll try. We're still on camera, that's good. So, that should, I think it maybe...
Is there a clip on that
I
side?
think it must pop through somehow. Let's have a little look around this side. Oh, it looks like a little trapdoor. Hang on. You're right. I think you're on it, aren't you?
Yeah. Is it on this side?
Oh, it definitely... It's trying to come through, look. Jeez. Oh, I need the next size up. Give me the next size up flat screwdriver to that one. I need more power. Yeah, does look like we could be able to lever it out. Let's have a little look. Try to do this on camera as well. Hey, look at that. Almost destroyed my finger. Okay, so look at that. You see, it just comes off. So we can put that back on later on.
Cool.
So we're gonna. Where's those snippers gone? So we need to shorten this cable. I'll do this. So you'll never cut through this, even with your super strong hands. Right,
My super strong hammering.
Yeah, well, you hammer the crap out of everything when you come here. Right. Right, and we better take that off there. Yeah. Right, yeah, have a look at that.
Oh,
see how bad that is. Do we need to go further? Yeah, there's some corrosion in there. Look. See there? Got some green crusties right down the middle of it. So we'll go a bit further.
So weird. This one's getting like that.
Oh, that's better. Oh, no. Oh, it's got a...
Man, the ends are so sizzled on this one.
It's got like a little central core to it. I thought that was corrosion, but it's...
right. It's actually
It's more...
in there.
Is it plastic? So, where's my
Yeah, it's
knife?
a
Have little
plastic.
look. Let's cut that open. It's caused potentially more blood. Nearly. There we are. Oh, okay. So those strands, they're not corroded at all. So we're definitely cutting off. And it has a central wire to it. And there's no need for that at all.
So weird.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. So anyway, we'll just prune that back, and we'll.
Why is it there then? What's its purpose?
I don't know. Somebody will tell us. Somebody in the world will know.
Yeah.
And they'll tell us, because I have no idea. Normally, a normal battery cable wouldn't have a central wire in the middle. Very strange, actually. But anyway, right, so we flip that, we'll put that back through there. Flip that over. And then we need to undo that, don't we?
Yes.
So, probably an 8mm spanner. It's probably going to be quite tight.
Yeah,
so you get an 8mm spanner on that. There you go, Lily. See if you can crack that off. It's going to be going that way.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's left. It doesn't matter how you do it. Oh, jeez. Mind these coils.
This way?
No, the way.
Your
Towards
way?
me, yeah. What?
What
I was just worried that you were going to cut yourself on here. Right, okay. So that should come out quite easily now.
Cool.
Excellent. Now, I think, actually, because this wire, this cable connects to there, and this was trapped basically in that clamp there, I think we can put a separate terminal on that when we come to put it back on again. Keep it separate. It'll make it a little bit easier. Right, I need to go and find a new one of these. So bear with me.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure I've got one somewhere, but it might be in England, which could be a bit of a problem.
We'll see you in a few months then.
Yeah.
When you go and get back.
I'll go for a quick drive. I'm going to go religion.
Hey guys, it's nice to be back in the workshop. I was going to start giving Andy some grief about when I was coming back, or if I was ever coming back.
Hey, we're in luck.
Yay!
Got a choice of two. Look at this. Right, we've got... This is most unlike me, because I didn't know we needed these. So we've got that one there. Where's the old one gone? Lily took off. The damaged one.
Put it in here.
For God's sake.
I was keeping the workshop clean.
I know what you like. Terrible. Right, so that's the one that was on it before. So you can hold that, Lily, and show the people. And I'll hold this one. And this is the one we've got here. Now, they're very similar construction. A bit closer, because they're all blind. They can't see shit. Okay, or, as an alternative, we've got this one here. And I've got lots of these. But I don't think it'll go big enough on the wire size. That clamp will struggle a bit. So I think we'll go with this. And we can crimp it up in the brand new Tang Tools vise.
Cool.
So we get to use our vise for the first time, a new one that Lily got me for Christmas. She did. Right, don't need that. I'll go back in the thingy. Okay, so we need, it was on the negative as well. So we've got the negative cable. We need to cut that back and crimp it into there. I'm not going to bother soldering it because we haven't really got time for that, but we're just going to crimp it up nice and tight in there, put the whole thing back together, see if it works, and test the battery. That's what we need to do, isn't it?
Cute.
Test the tester and test the battery. Okay, right, where's that sharp blade so I can cut myself again?
So fast.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yeah, 11 months since you were last in
So
the
how
workshop.
long have you been here then?
I brought everything down here in January, just after we last filmed. In fact, I was bringing stuff down when we did the last filming.
That's right.
Because I kept the work. I taken a lot of the house stuff down already.
Yeah.
Okay, right, ready for the blood. Okay. Now the trick is when you're doing this is not to cut through too many of the strands. Ideally, none of the strands really, because we want to keep the section of the cable.
Because you just want the black rubber tubing.
Yeah, that's all I want. It's just the insulation off. Almost there. Oh, look at that. This guy's done this before, eh? Didn't lose too many. Right. So give it a little twist. Get rid of the loose ones. And then hopefully that's going to fit in there. This reminds me of wiring up all the winches that we used to do in England. It's pretty cool. That goes in there. And then we just crush that in the vise.
Right.
And then we're good to go.
And then
Oh, and then we've got to sort the little wire out. That's easy
yeah.
though. Okay, right, to the vise. To the new vise.
Vice. Yeah, with the vice that he gave. That's so cool.
Now, when you're crushing things in a vise, if you do it on one end, it causes a twisting motion that can damage the vise if you're really, really tight. We want to crush this as tight as we can, so we've got to do it bang in the middle, so we don't cause the vise any harm. Not that we should, but you're in control of the handle. So if you want to whiz that in, Lily.
Awesome.
That's it. Keep going. I'll try and get the wire out of the way. Keep going. That's it. Right, you've got it now. You're in control. So crush, crush, crush. If you haven't got a vise, you could always use a hammer, I suppose, but that's a bit Heath Robinson, isn't it, really? You happy with that?
Yeah.
Don't break my vise. Okay, we'll give it one more. Jeez, God! I've got to do the Bionic Man. You ever seen the Bionic Man?
No.
Oh, for God's sake. Showing your age now. We're too young. Right.
You're showing your age now.
Thank you very much. Right, there we go. Look at that. It's all pretty professional, isn't it?
Nice.
That's a good fit. So we can put the whole thing back together now.
Awesome.
And wire up the little wire. Perfect.
Cool.
Right, Lily, we need to thread that through that hole inwards.
Side.
And I've got to find the... Have you tied up the side cutters? Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Honestly, nothing is safe with you around.
I'm trying to keep it organised.
Okay, that's plenty of wire. That's way
Yeah, I
too
just
much.
realised. I'm like, hang on.
Right, so now what we're going to do with this wire is we're going to piggyback it onto there, onto the terminal, just with a little crimp. So we'll just tidy that up. And I'll go find a little crimp terminal to go on there. Because this wire just measures the voltage. So there's no real current going down this wire.
Right.
There we go, look. Perfect. So I'll go and find a little crimp terminal for that. Now, you need to put... Where's that sheath gone? This stuff. Where did that go? Have you taken that away as well?
In the box. Oh, goodness.
Woosah.
Should I cut that?
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some insulation tape. Oh no, I'll get you a couple of zip ties actually. That'll work.
Okay.
And you can do your very
Cable
best.
tied around.
Here we are. Grab some little zip ties out of there, see what you can find.
3.
Yeah, whatever you want. That's cool. It really is just to protect it so it doesn't rub through on the frame. That's all it is. So if you want to do that while I'm finding that.
Cute.
Oh, there you are. Look, that's a far better
Like
shot.
that? Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Oh, gosh, is she really that blind?
doing?
Are you using your teeth to
I
tie
was
it up?
using my teeth because I needed.
Let me move that out of the way because
hand.
that's a sharp thing. You might hurt yourself.
I'm not very observant of that sort of stuff. am
Holy moly.
I? You wouldn't want to leave me in here alone.
Right, well, while you're doing that, I'm going to crimp this on here and hopefully distract the viewers from the terrible things that you're doing. Right, so we'll stick
I've
that
got
on
that one
there.
on now, so I don't have to hold the material.
Look at this dual stuff going on the camera. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Good.
Right, so
This is why
cramp that up.
everybody needs a tool girl.
Everybody needs a tool girl. Right, that's that done. Get rid of those.
Okay.
One more. Okay, so if I hold that for you, well, you won't need to use your teeth then, will you? Either way is fine. It doesn't really matter.
Trying to get it tidy looking.
You're doing a good job. You do it better than me. Fantastic. So that's pretty good, isn't it? I think we've made a pretty good job out of what we had left.
Sweet.
Okay, so you can get your little snippers. You can trim those down. Not there!
Not that dumb.
Oh God, I tried. It didn't work.
It's actually the wrong place.
Right, so now I think we can probably. Oh, we'll have to reel that in, won't we? So we'll put that on next. This little thing. I've no idea. I've never really used one. This is more of an electrical thing than anything else. So
Yeah.
just to show the people what we're doing. There we are. Look. Now it went in that way. So I think that was the inside. Yes. So that just goes over the cable. Then when it's in the hole, it's gripping the cable, isn't it? That's the plan. I don't mind having a bit of spare in there. Oh, we're getting there. There we go. Oh, look at that. Right. So that's now gripped. That's cool. So we can put that on there with that one. So have you got your bolt? Maybe like that.
This one.
There you go. Oh, it's got a nut as well. Cool. Nice and tight then. Right, so bolt through. Oh, we're not really on camera. Hang on a minute. I'm pretty useless. Okay. Let's stick it around that way so people can see what's going on. Yeah. There we are. That's better. Right. So we'll stick that on there. Stick that on there. Was that the right round? I think it went bolt down, didn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was. It was bolt down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Opposite to that?
Yeah, because we looked for a screw. We were going to get a screwdriver, and then we decided on a spanner.
Ah, yes, yeah. Oops.
Fantastic. Look at that. So we need. I'll grab some pliers so I can hold the nut while you're just cranking up the top, because we need a really good.
Yeah, good.
Tight connection.
Good tight.
You wanted a spanner, didn't you?
I think I've got one here. I've got that.
Right, so you're on top. I'm underneath. Oh, that sounds terrible. I had to stop myself there, didn't I? Right. So to me, to tighten up.
Oh, I'm tightening it.
You are. I'm holding.
I'm holding it, thinking.
You're doing all the work. It's much more fun that way. That's it. That'll do. Jesus. Okay, it's only a little bolt. Right. So what we can do now is, I might just whip that back out again and just take some of that slack out, because it's a little bit, it's a little bit beefy, isn't it? The extra we put on there. So maybe I've jumped the gun there. So a little flat screwdriver. It's always about doing a good job, isn't it? We try and do our good job here.
Yeah.
But of course, assuming it's going to come back out again. Ow! Something sharp. Jeez, stabbed myself.
Gosh.
Look at that. Look at that, Brandon. That's terrible.
Do you wanna?
Yeah, go on, snip it off. Damn thing.
Gosh.
God, I nearly died. Oh. We nearly got Andy
In the wrong
blood.
place too.
Yeah, that'll do. Right. Okay, slight modification. Can we get that on camera? If you hold that, Lily, for a second, I'll just adjust the old camera, because people hate. I hate it when things are off camera.
This little.
Don't want to break it because I don't have a spare one. Oh, hang on, we might be able to just.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Look at that.
Awesome.
How's that?
Good.
Going to work?
Perfect.
Good stuff. Right. So we can now put it back together, Lily.
Nice.
Good job.
Cool.
Hopefully, locally. Oh God, we've got cables under camera tripods and all sorts of stuff down here. Okay. Right, there you go. Oh, is that a cable under there? Oh, really? Nearly killed ourselves twice one day. There you go. See you got on with that.
Where is my screwdriver?
Did you tidy it up? It'd be in that big pile of screwdrivers that you moved earlier on.
wires.
Coolio.
Awesome.
That'd be great if you fixed it, tell you.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There you go, last one.
Cool.
You're on it. These things are not cheap either. They're about $250, I think.
Right.
That we used to pay at Unitech.
Oh yes, that's nice that we could, if it was, can I fix it?
Definitely. Right, we're good? We all done up?
This one felt like it's towards.
That'll do. Perfect. Right, let's get set up with that battery again then. Right, Lily. So, same as before really. Red one on the positive.
Yep.
That's cool. Just bring that down a bit so we can see, hopefully see the gauges and stuff. You got it?
That way.
Yeah, it should work. That's good, that's good, it's alright. Okay, oh you can move, yeah, stick it around that way. Yeah, that'll work. As long as that one doesn't touch that one, we'll be alright. Otherwise things will explode real quick.
Okay.
Right, you need to bend down a bit, I can't see you.
Oh shit.
Tell you what, how about like that?
Yeah, that's better.
That works.
Right.
Okay, cool. So if you start winding that up, we said 150, didn't we? See if it starts to move this time.
Yes!
It does. So keep going, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
Oh no, stopped again.
Oh, something's
Alright.
burning, is it? Yes.
Damn.
Can smell it.
But it is designed to get hot inside, that's the idea.
All right.
So let's just back it off again. It might be that the nut's fallen off the end of the carbon thing. Let's have a go. It did seem a bit weird that it went up and then went back down again. And I know the battery's fully charged.
Yeah, I'm like, what was it?
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Right.
is it working? Oh, cool.
Right, can you see the smoke? Oh, it's not happy. Right, so the voltage is 9.5.
Oh, it is burning.
That's good, that's good. So they said 15 seconds, didn't
Oh,
Yeah?
yes.
they? So we'll back it off. There we go.
I didn't realise it got so hot in there.
That's the idea. Cool.
You can smell the burn.
You can feel it. Put your hands over there, you'll
Yeah.
feel the heat. I'll show you my other tester. Hang on.
It is so interesting.
This is the one that I use.
Like, it feels dangerous, but it's not.
This is my, I've got to cover the brand up, look, it's not a snap-on, honestly. Sorry about that. Right, so we'll unplug that. Let's get rid of that one for a minute, because I think that's working okay. I might need to look at that bolt inside, because I think something's still a bit loose.
Which one? Oh, the
yeah.
connection.
No, on the actual carbon bit here, the carbon pile,
right.
it seemed to be making contact and then not making contact, because this was varying. It should be a nice steady increase, and it was jumping around a bit, so there's
Yes.
something not quite right.
Right.
But this is what I've used for years, and if you look inside, well, you can't really, can you? But inside there's like a big coil of wire.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It
So
must
we'll
get like red hot.
It does. It really does. So we'll stick that on there, like that. And we'll stick that. And it is important that you get good connections as well.
Yes.
There we go, look. Okay. Right, so if you just show the gauge to the camera about there, and then press the button and count to 10. We're currently at just 12 volts, aren't we? Hang on, move the camera up a little bit. There we go, look. All right, so press the button and count to 10. 10 seconds.
One. Oh.
No, you got to keep it on.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Cool. And all the time it stayed about 10.5 volts. It was in the yellow,
Yes.
which is okay, you know.
Right.
So we know that the battery's fine because it's pretty much brand new, and it is nearly fully charged. Obviously, we've taken some. Oh, do you want to turn it? Do it again. Turn it around. Show the people how hot it gets.
I'll do it that way.
Yeah, you can do. So you'll see inside there,
2.
the wires will start to glow red hot. Look at that. It's like a little heater.
Wow, it's quick, eh?
Yeah, right. You can turn it off now.
Oh, and you can hear it. It starts going.
Yes.
I was still counting to 10.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was already.
I just hit
it was
10.
already hot. So. Jeez. Okay, we better disconnect that before we do anything else. Right, there we go.
Could toast marshmallows on it.
You can, definitely. Right, so we've seen what should happen using the snap-on tester, and that battery there, this one at the ROV, was a pass. Even though we'd already taken some of the current out, we've actually started a bike earlier on with it, and we've done other bits and pieces, so it wasn't fully charged, but it was nearly fully charged, which is sort of okay. But I have a car battery here, another one, which is, has it got a sticker on it? It hasn't got a sticker on. But it has got the CCA rating of 600 CCA. So Lily, what's the load we should apply using the black tester?
600 CCA.
Yeah, remember it was half,
Yeah,
wasn't
half.
it? So what's that? Half of 600 is obviously
300.
Right, grab your tester. Let's just do this one to camera and see if it's going to behave itself with that one.
Okay.
And if it does, then we know it's good. If it doesn't, then it needs further rectification work. So we'll just clamp this on the battery. Now there could be sparks. There could be explosions. So we bring that round.
So what, we're pushing it on to 300.
So I'm going to burn my hand
Winding
now.
it?
Yeah, so we're going to, if you wind that up
Okay.
and watch the gauge and stop at 300 while I hold it. And if I start running away, get really worried.
I'm
Oh,
not
you can
wrong,
wind it
so-
quicker, yeah. So wind it as it starts to go up. Keep going. What the hell? Oh, there you go. It takes ages, doesn't it? Keep going. Keep going. So we want 300.
Oh gosh, it's tight now.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, we can't get any more. And the battery's flat.
Ah.
So there you go. That's why you don't test. Jeez. You shouldn't do that either. You should always wind it off before you disconnect it. That's why you shouldn't test batteries that aren't fully charged, because it doesn't work.
Funny.
I knew that was going to happen. Well, actually, this battery was fully charged not too long ago, which tells me now it's not holding a charge. Which tells me now it's junk. So this one can go to the big scrap heap in the sky, and I can get some more beer money.
Nice.
Perfect. Good job. Right, Lily, let's sign this video off, because I reckon it's time to go and get a beer.
Beer o'clock.
I think it's beer o'clock. Oh, it's been a long day actually. It all started at. Oh, I
It
woke
was
up,
meant to be 7. I pushed it out to 7:30.
which is a good job actually, because I would never have got there at 7 o'clock this morning.
Thanks.
Right. So the plan of attack. What did this video accomplish? Well, it showed you the insides of one of these things, and we found a fault, and we found a fault and we fixed it. I believe there's potentially a secondary fault with this. I'm still not happy with the amount of turns you've got to do on the knob before you start to get any kind of load.
Yes.
I think something inside is a bit loose. Somebody's maybe overstressed it. A lot of my students used to do that and cause damage, but the technicians used to be able to fix them. So I'm going to delve back in and have a look, and that might be a follow-up video. Maybe it won't, I don't know. But Lily has to get home, so we can't stay any longer. But I think we sort of covered this in general. We covered a few points of
that's cool.
making sure that batteries are fully charged before you test them.
Absolutely.
I made that mistake, didn't I? And we showed you using a similar kind of tester, which also applies a load. It's not a carbon pile tester. It's actually just got a bar of metal inside that basically provides a short circuit and glows red hot. That's how that one provides
cool.
the load, and I've had that 20 years.
I love it.
Sound old.
It's a nice compact size.
It's cool. And on a cold day, you can warm your hands with it. It's brilliant. It's really good.
Be standing there toasting marshmallow.
But don't do it with petrol around, because, you know, it is a heat source, isn't it? Okay, crew. Well, if you enjoyed the video, I know I did, because the thought of explosions at any second are always good. Then why not click on the subscribe button? You'll see a little gear icon turn up, click on the gear icon, and then you can tick the box and turn on notifications. You can also just ring the bell if you're on a smart device, which nearly every one of you has now. So just ring the bell, basically. And our friends at YouTube, well, they're going to send you an email as and when I upload any new videos. And that way, you won't miss any, and you won't miss the gorgeous tool girl Lily, because she's going to be on lots more videos in the future, that's for sure. Now, what else, Lily? You'll also find me on
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
You sure will. Communicate through any of those portals. You'll also find my email address down the bottom in the description. And there's also
A Patreon page.
Oh man, she's on fire today.
I remembered it
Straight
after
in there.
messing it up.
And on the Patreon page, go on, Lily, tell them all about the Patreon
Oh,
page.
we've got all of our YouTube channel history of the channel and
That's
what
right.
we've been up to.
Yep.
All of the Tool Girl profiles.
That's right.
Photos and a little
Lots
bit
of
of
tool
us
girls.
and what we
Yeah, I seem to get
do
through
in
them
our
for some
spare
reason.
time.
I
Must
am
do
not.
something wrong.
I am not
What
going
do
to
you
elaborate.
do?
I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not. All I can say is it was amicable. Anyway, so moving on, we've done that. Oh, you'll also be able to read about up-and-coming projects on there. Now, I've not posted anything recently, but I do post bits and pieces about the workshop renovations and stuff, although they have slowed down considerably because I've had lots of work come through the workshop, which earns money, and I have to do that kind of stuff. Lastly, on the Andy Mechanic homepage, there is a PayPal icon. So now, if you'd like to donate, you can do it through Patreon, or you can go straight to the PayPal icon and do a donation through PayPal as well, whichever's easiest for you. But either way, it's much appreciated. And we always put the money to good use in the workshop to buy resources and bits and pieces and vehicles so we can bring you more and more videos in the future. And of course, tool girls are not cheap, especially this one, believe me.
Hey, I didn't ask for that cool Christmas present.
No, you didn't.
But
and you knew nothing about it.
I'm very grateful for it.
That's all right.
Thank you.
That wasn't expensive. It's all right. It's going to get expensive, but it wasn't expensive yet. Okay, crew. Well, until next time, I'll see you around.
See you guys.
Cheers, crew. Over and out. And we get the flip up again.
Oh!
Really.